You walk into the stable early in the morning. The air is still cold, the faint scent of dry hay and damp earth drifting lightly. The first light of day filters through the gaps in the door, drawing long, golden streaks across the ground. And then you notice it. The horse in the corner of the stall has gone completely still, head raised, all four legs motionless, and its eyes looking straight at you. Not a sideways glance, not a passing look. A long, unblinking gaze full of intention. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, sometimes longer. Most people glance back for a moment, smile, then carry on with what they were doing. The horse eventually looks away, and they never think about that moment again. But here's what they missed. That moment, that stillness, that gaze was not random, not out of curiosity. It was a message, and it was sent directly to you. Horses do not waste their attention. Everything this animal does has a reason behind it, a purpose, a function. When a horse stops everything and looks straight at you, that is not an ordinary moment. That horse just decided to spend its precious seconds focusing on one thing alone, you. And here's what most people never realize. That horse had been reading you long before this moment. It knows the rhythm of your footsteps on the ground. It knows what time you usually appear. It knows what your voice sounds like when you are happy, and how differently it sounds when you are tense. It knows your scent, your energy, and the way your body changes from day to day. And yes, it knows you. Read to the end and you will understand exactly what that gaze meant. What the horse was calculating, what it was deciding, and what conclusion it had already drawn about you all within those few seconds of silence. Most people immediately think it is scared. And that feeling seems reasonable because for us, standing completely still is usually a sign of panic. But that is not what is happening. When a horse is truly afraid, its body says so very clearly. It startles, spins around, and bolts. Ears pinned flat against the back of its head. Eyes wide open to the point where the whites are clearly visible. Nostrils flared, breathing fast and shallow. Muscles firing in an instant, ready for a full speed burst. That is a genuine fear response in a horse, powerful, immediate, and unmistakable. But the standing still and looking straight at you is something different. The body remains balanced, neither leaning forward nor loading weight onto the hind legs in preparation to bolt. All four legs stand firm, naturally. And if you look closely, you will notice the two ears are not still at all. They are constantly rotating slightly, sweeping every sound in the surrounding space like two small antennae picking up signals. This is processing mode, the state of evaluating the environment. Like when you step into an unfamiliar room and instinct makes you stop, go quiet, and listen before doing anything at all. Your brain is running even though your body is standing still. The horse is doing exactly that, only faster, more subtly, and with a set of senses we can barely imagine. It is not panicking, it is reading you. 2. The horse is scanning your entire body. In that brief window of time, sometimes just 5 to 7 seconds, the horse is not simply looking at you. It is reading you from head to toe in a way most of us never realize. It is processing everything at once. Whether your face is tense, whether your eyes are looking directly or looking away, whether your shoulders are raised, a sign of anxiety or defensiveness, the way you place each step, quick and decisive or slow and hesitant, what your hands are doing and what you are holding, even your breathing, steady and deep or short and shallow. Horses are among the most sensitive animals in the world to human body language, and that is not by chance. Thousands of years living alongside people in battle in the fields on long journeys have honed this ability to the point of near instinct. They did not learn how to read people. They were born doing it. What horses pay attention to is more subtle than you might think. Not just large movements. Horses detect the tension in individual small muscle groups, the way your shoulder catches slightly when you feel uneasy, the way your center of gravity shifts forward when you intend to move closer. A hand movement, not yet completed, a small shift in posture, the horse catches all of it. And from that combined picture, it makes a very clear classification. A confident person stands differently. A frightened person breathes differently. An angry person carries a kind of energy that a horse recognizes instantly, even without a single word spoken. An inexperienced person often sends contradictory signals. The body wants to move forward, but the breathing says, "I am not sure." And the horse reads that contradiction too. That is why people say a horse cannot be fooled. You can fake calm with your voice. But if your body is tense, the horse knows. It does not listen to what you say. It reads what your body is actually transmitting. like a biological radar system continuously scanning for emotional signals, never switching off, never deceived by outward appearances. That fixed stare is not passivity. It is the moment the horse is gathering more information about you than any conversation could ever reveal. Horses remember each person individually. There is something most people do not realize until they see it with their own eyes. Two people walk into the same stable a few minutes apart. The first one has barely approached when the horse lowers its head, ears tilting gently to the sides, its whole body relaxing. The second has not even touched the gate when the horse retreats to the corner of the stall, shoulders tensing up, eyes tracking every movement. The same horse. The same morning. Two completely different reactions. That is not a mood swing. That is memory. Horses do not simply remember this is a human. They remember exactly who you are. The person who used to tie the reins too tight. The person who would shout every time it did something wrong. The person who rode with unsteady hands constantly jerking the bit. The person who once caused it pain even just once. The horse stores all of that not as a dry list, but as an emotional memory tied to each face, each way of walking, each way that person appears at the stable door. And on the other side, the person who always comes with a gentle voice. The person who feeds it on time. The person who sits quietly on its back without creating chaos. The person who makes it feel safe simply by standing nearby. These people are also remembered in an entirely different way. Research into horse behavior has confirmed this. Horses have the ability to recognize human faces and retain memories of positive or negative experiences for a very long time. Not days, not weeks. There are horses that respond clearly to a person they met only once years earlier, especially if that encounter left a deep impression. What makes a horse's memory remarkable is that it does not only store information. It stores the emotion that came with that information. That is why some people walk into a stable, and the atmosphere shifts immediately. The horse exhales, steps closer, stands still of its own accord. And there are others whose presence makes the horse tense up, step back, ears pinned flat, even if that person has done nothing wrong today. The horse is not reacting to today's actions. It is reacting to everything that happened before. So when a horse stops and looks straight at you, it is not only seeing who you are today, it is cross-referencing you against the entire history it has stored about you. Every small detail, every moment, every feeling you have ever created in it. You may not remember the first time you met that horse, but it remembers you.